On Friday, September 6, 2024, the story will become more tense than ever when Thomas unexpectedly returns to town. He has received news of a serious incident related to Hope and the mysterious disappearance of his sister. This news not only angers Thomas but also raises a series of tensions and negative emotions in him, making him quickly decide to return to confront those involved, especially Hope. When he returns, the first thing Thomas does is visit Steffy in the hospital. She is hospitalized due to exhaustion after a series of stressful events. Thomas, in a confused state of mind and worried about his sister's health, cannot help but think that the main reason for Steffy's condition is what happened between Hope and her husband. He clearly remembers the scandalous kiss between Hope and Finn, which Thomas believes pushed Steffy into a state of crisis. Not only the psychological shock, but also the pressure from Steffy's mysterious disappearance has caused her to fall into the current exhausted state. Immediately after leaving the hospital, Thomas immediately went to find Hope. The meeting between the two took place in a heavy and tense atmosphere. Thomas faced Hope unable to control his anger. He questioned her with a series of questions about what happened, especially related to Steffy's disappearance and that fateful kiss. In Thomas's heart, all the guilt seemed to be on Hope. The feeling of betrayal from the person who used to be his best friend, the person he used to love, now turned into resentment. Hope, under Thomas's relentless attack, could not bear the pressure. She burst into tears and admitted her mistake. Those tears showed regret and pain for what happened to Steffy, but that was not enough to calm Thomas's anger. He couldn't control himself, and in a moment of losing control, Thomas slapped Hope with anger and frustration. This slap was not only an act of anger, but also a heavy psychological blow to Hope. After that shocking slap, Hope was completely defeated both physically and mentally. She left in shock and pain, not only because of Thomas's slap, but also because of the guilt that was tormenting her. Hope had always been a strong and resilient woman, but now she seemed unable to resist the pressure coming from all sides. The shock didn't stop there, when the whole community began to criticize Hope. Everyone seemed to believe that she was the one who caused everything, pushing Steffy into her current state. Even Ridge, the father that Hope once respected, did not stand by her side. Ridge criticized and blamed Hope, making her feel isolated and completely lost her spiritual support. Faced with the terrible pressure from both family and society, Hope could not bear it any longer. She turned to alcohol to relieve her pain, an action that those around her had never seen from Hope before. But the matter did not stop there. In a shocking decision, Hope announced that she would leave town. She believed that only by getting away from everything, away from the pressure, could she find herself again. She promised that when everything calmed down, she would return. But no one could be sure whether Hope would still be the same person then. The story is becoming more tense and dramatic than ever. Steffy's disappearance, the controversial kiss between Hope and Finn, and Thomas's angry actions have pushed everyone into a tragic spiral. Can Hope overcome these storms? And what will the future of Steffy, Thomas, and Finn be like when everything is falling into chaos? The story begins when Luna is handcuffed and led into a prison visiting room. This situation makes the audience restless, because this is the moment when Luna is forced to confront her mother about the terrible crime she has committed. In that tense moment, Poppy still does not know the whole truth, because when Luna appears, Poppy does not see the handcuffs holding her daughter. On the contrary, she believes that Luna is there with Bill to prepare to be rescued and brought home. Poppy's optimistic mentality in this dangerous situation creates a tense contrast that is just waiting to explode when the truth is revealed. Meanwhile, Bill, Poppy, and Baker are all sitting and waiting for the outcome of the conversation. In the meantime, no one can predict the storm of emotions that will erupt when Luna is forced to confess to her mother what she has done. For Luna, this is the fateful moment when she can no longer hide and must face the consequences of her actions. As Luna admits her guilt, a shocking truth appears before Poppy's eyes. Her daughter is the murderer. Poppy cannot believe what she is hearing. In Poppy's mind, Luna has always been an innocent and gentle girl. But now everything collapses when she discovers that Luna is much more evil than she ever thought. Poppy is not only heartbroken by her daughter's crime, but also bewildered when thinking about what may have affected Luna's psychology. Her mind is in turmoil, and she begins to doubt her own role in her daughter's terrifying change. She begins to think that perhaps the mints she gave Luna in the past could be the reason her daughter has become so evil. These mints could be a small but hidden detail, raising the question of whether Poppy has inadvertently led her daughter down the path of crime. Was it an addiction, or a drug with an unintended effect? This is what Poppy must face, in addition to the guilt of not being able to protect Luna from the pitfalls and dangers of life. But whatever the cause, Luna cannot escape punishment. Her murder cannot be hidden, and all that remains is to decide the level of punishment Luna will have to face. Poppy's emotions were pushed to the peak when she understood that, no matter how much she loved her daughter, Luna would still be held accountable before the law and face the highest punishment. However, with the unconditional love of a mother, Poppy began to think about how to save her daughter from prison. In desperation, Poppy considered the most reckless methods, and a daring plan began to form in her mind. Poppy would cause an accident in the prison van. Was this the path Poppy would choose to help Luna escape the punishment of the law? The plan was carried out, and in a breathtaking turn of events, the van carrying Luna flipped over several times while on the way to the prison. Everything seemed like a bad dream, but for Poppy, it was the only way she could save her daughter. When the van flipped over, Luna was lucky to escape and fled the scene. But that was not the end. Shortly after she leaves, the car suddenly explodes, leaving a scene of chaos and death. Will Luna succeed in escaping? And if she does, what will her new life be like, always on the run from the law? Meanwhile, Poppy will have to live with the guilt of knowing that she helped her daughter commit an act that is against both morality and the law. All of this is making the story of The Bold and the Beautiful more dramatic and attractive than ever.